Hey there guys, welcome back. Maverick here today with another episode of Engage Kiss. So last episode was kind of like a end of an arc, right? So we got through Kisara's backstory, or at least pieces of it in the most part, and she kind of like made up with Shu once again, so everything should be going swimmingly in regards to their relationship, right? Now obviously I'm still more so on the Aino camp than anything, but I have to admit that she is a little bit clueless slash out of the loop when it comes to a lot of these things here, so that's not really speaking too favorably of her chances, if there is anything as a ending to this after all. But beyond that though, perhaps more so relevant to the main story is, of course, we should be entering into a new arc here, or a new, can you really call it an arc? The events are kind of like related to each other, right? It is a moving story here. But in any case, last episode it was revealed at the very end that the reason Sharon is here, those of the Celestial Abbey, is because they have information that apparently some big thing is going to happen here in this city, right? Something related with demons, and so yeah, I am expecting us to jump into yet another storyline and maybe get into this sort of maybe a little bit of a high octane action, right? In any case, let's get into the episode. All right, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, so we're basically recapping what happened in the past, eh? Sure. No, there's the lance. How much you guys want to bet that the girl behind that was is Shu's sister, Kana, I believe. You know, one thing that I've been wondering a little bit is why they decided to really structure this as a triangle relationship, right? Because honestly, like this kind of storyline and whatnot, it could also work just with just with Shu and Kisara as well. Like they could have somebody in the position of somebody from the industry side without specifically having them to be in a relationship, right? So I do wonder that's why I'm still thinking that maybe they are going to develop Ayano's character a little bit more as well. Otherwise, I don't really see the point of making this kind of setting at this point. I mean, sure, like they're maybe if you're just here for the rom-com laughs and whatnot, having this kind of situation is kind of funny in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. Wait, why are you guys all here? I guess this is supposed to be like off the clock. He's not in an official capacity. Okay. I mean, there's always a bigger fish, right? I'm not too surprised with this. I still have this feeling it has to do with the mayor's family. Like the one who's helping Shu and this so-called like true agent. It probably came out of nowhere, right? Oh, or was that information taken by Kisara? Oh, apparently so. Oh, oh, okay, never mind. It's just onions. Well, then again, like, there's no real reason to cry over that, right? Oh, isn't this girl's the agent, right? And is this Ayano? Yep. She's gonna say it's Ayano, right? Hmm. Yeah, look at those eyes. Or rather, isn't she just a demon herself? I did at a certain point think that she would be the one providing the information. Not really on the. Yeah, they're doing something that shouldn't be done. Why don't you guys go one level higher? The mayor's family. Oh, really? Alright. That's true, though. Hmm. I feel like if you are trying to investigate this case, you probably shouldn't put all of this information out there to see. Especially in a situation where you're trying to investigate, like, higher-ups as well. Oh, is this agent gonna die an early death? I mean, this is like kinda classic police drama development. Was trying to stay here on purpose? Against a demon? No, it's not him. Yeah, I would definitely wouldn't. All right, that's interesting development. All things. I mean, I did suspect their family, right? But I don't think he did. Hmm, a secret code on the elevator, eh? Hmm. My family. All right. All right. I do feel like those who are in the I feel like those who have military grade information weaponry should be able to have certain precautions against this though. So now he wants their company to try and hack into those cameras. Hmm? Who would it be that shocks him so? Would it be the muscle dude? Yeah, this dude. Don't tell me it's gonna be that kind of development, is it? Yeah, the fact that those three are standing there like this. It's this dude, isn't it? Okay, so I guess when they were talking about the suspects, they did actually talk about that. Maybe I kind of missed it while I was talking about something else. My apologies. Yeah, this dude killed him, didn't he? Yeah, that's the direction they're going for. Fine. So we did have a few things that were really out there in this episode, but some kind of like quite classic developments as well. I'll see you guys after this. Alright, so lots of stuff to sort of like digest in this particular episode, right? So once again, I kind of apologize for going on and ranting about the mayor and the mayor's family and whatnot. I actually didn't. I think I was talking over the scene, so they actually did list him as one of the suspects, like mayor, vice deputy mayor, and whatnot, and so the family, right? So I kind of like glossed over that part, but anyways, so apparently it's not so, and the main guys behind it is not them, or it could still be, right? It's hard to say because in situations like this, I feel like there's always going to be the twists and the gotcha moments that we all look forward to, right? I mean, this one, like I said, it was a mixture of really interesting developments and very cliche developments as well, right? Like a lot of this part so far, I guess maybe just because they are currently working on more of like an investigation sort of an arc or investigation situation. So a lot of things being done here is classic police drama tropes, right? Like the detective who's so close to the truth and then getting murdered before, getting murdered just as he was about to go tell someone in his car, or the close guy, the close friend who turns out to be the perpetrator, or the traitor all along, or something of that sort, right? It's like we could see that coming a mile away, or like the investigator dying, or Miles being the traitor, but. Beyond that, though, there was definitely there are definitely a few developments here that really wasn't expected, right? Like, for instance, the youngest son, right? What's he called again? I can't quite remember. What's his name again? Mikhail? Mikhail? Right, Mikhail. Him being the... Mihail. I think that's his name. But anyways, him being the sort of like director general of the police, like that definitely came out of nowhere. So this is definitely a situation where the top dogs, that the top family is keeping the authority very close to the family, if you will, right? Like literally that entire family, they hold the position of mayor, the deputy mayors, and the police authority as well. So they can literally be above the law in that kind of instance. So I don't know, man. I'm still having my suspicions in regards to this family, especially because we all know at this point that the so-called clean energy source definitely has something to do with demons, right? I mean, it could be a possibility that some of them, like, like not necessarily all of them know, but some of them might just be along for the ride. Like right now at this moment in time, my biggest suspicion is definitely still towards the mayor, and then maybe his two daughters and his son, maybe not necessarily involved in all of this, right? But because they are all in positions that the mayor gave to them, he's able to do stuff under the table or beyond the surveillance of these three, right? That's my initial gut feeling right at this point, but I could be wrong. We could be having a completely different situation, or they could be completely innocent, right? But it's hard to say at this point. But somehow I still feel that there has to be there has to be someone higher up that's involved in all of this as well, right? So I guess we can just leave it at that and see how the story develops along, right? Beyond that, though, like in this episode, let me think. So the conversation with Sharon, right? So apparently this particular like high level demon or this particular situation has been known in the Abbey for a long time now, so they have been working or preparing towards it. I mean, according to Sharon, she told Shu about the situation 2 years ago, right? So I guess this is sort of like some, like why can they know? So I mean, I guess with demons being here, it's not too much of a stretch to say that gods or deities are here as well. So they might be, like, the Celestial Abbey might actually have some sort of divine power vested into them, right? Like, there might actually be some deities watching over them and giving them prophecies or whatnot, or at least allowing them to have a little bit more information than just your normal average human in regards to stuff of these supernatural beings, right? So that was definitely interesting, or I mean, I guess we can sort of try to infer that from all of this. And the second thing here is her comment in regards to Shu's memories. I think it definitely is sometime that I feel like Sharon is the perfect character to deliver this kind of brutal, hard truth, right? Because those close to them, those that like him or love him or are friends with him, they wouldn't necessarily go as hard at him and just speak out the cold hard truth. But honestly, like I fully agree with what Sharon is saying here. I mean, technically this is what she wished for, right? So you can't really fault Kisara for that or anything, but this really can't go on in a lot of ways. This needs to stop. So I don't know, man. Is it gonna stop? Are we going to have like character development for Shu as well? Because I definitely feel that right now he's currently just all consumed by figuring out what happened to his family and trying to find his sister, right? That's literally his entire reason of existence, if you will. That's why he's able to basically throw away everything else in pursuit of that. However, I do kind of feel like that's kind of way too narrow-minded, and a typical sort of like hero story arc or whatnot, the main character would need to do some character development as well to sort of like broaden his horizons and not be so fixated on just revenge. I mean, typically most revenge stories also have elements of that as well, right? So I do kind of feel that this is probably, we should be having like some sort of second thoughts maybe in the future. And by the way, it's still not entirely clear like how far this particular season or this anime is going to go. So apparently this is supposed to be like some sort of story, and there is supposedly going to be a smartphone game based on this as well. So that leads me to believe that potentially we could be doing all this, and this could literally be like the first act out of an overall story here, right? And would there be a sequel season or not? Hard to say. Don't really know. There has been rumors of like 25 episodes and whatnot, but I don't know. I kind of doubt that at this point. I'll believe it when I see it, right? And beyond that, so we have that information with Sharon. What else here? In regards to the entire Mikhail review and whatnot, I'm kind of meh about the situation. Like, obviously, it was quite clear just from watching him still be on the scene that it wasn't him, right? Like, why would he continue to be there if he was trying to misdirect people, right? I mean, he literally knows he's up against a little demon in Kisara. There's no way that he can win against this. So it doesn't really make sense for him for him to be the actual murderer and still stay there, right? That doesn't really make much sense in a lot of ways. So it was quite obvious that he wasn't the one from the beginning, unless of course we do have like a sort of like double gotcha, if you will. But if so, then I mean I would just have to admit I got played, right? I don't really think it's going to go for that crazy of a direction here. So, well, in regards to his character and, you know, trying to put up an act and then, you know, in actuality being the director, I'm kind of just like, meh. I mean, you have to throw in some outrageous and outlandish stuff in there to keep things interesting, right? So I'm mostly okay or / lukewarm in regards to the entire situation. I mean, he is an interesting character for sure, so we'll see how exactly he continues on, right? And yeah, I think that's basically it for this episode. Is there anything specific to talk about? I guess, you know, we left on kind of a cliffhanger, right? I mean, obviously the question might be, why, Miles? Why? Why are you doing this? I mean, I don't know. There could be literally dozens of reasons, right? I think in the past, he mentioned how he's a family man, right? He wants to provide for his family. There's so many different ways that they could do about this, right? It could be an ideological issue. It could be a simple like monetary issue. It could be a I don't really think they're gonna go for the monetary route. I feel like maybe a sort of an ideological background to all of this, like believing in something, not believing in something might have a little bit more in line with Miles' character as we see him so far. You know, something like but if so, then why did he need working with demons? Maybe extending the life of a loved one or something of that sort? I guess that's also a possibility, and in doing so entering a contract with a demon, right? Maybe. Just thinking out loud here, but I'm sure they're going to think of some plausible backstory for Miles wherein he tries to justify his actions and all that. And obviously, like, Shu and the others already know, right? And the reason that Shu is here is because obviously he has Kisera, so he's not really afraid of directly engaging with Miles. Demon powered or not, right? Which, meh. So we'll see in the big showdown next episode, as well as see if we can be a little bit closer to the so-called true agent, right? Which maybe the person that we saw at the beginning in the cave with the lance and so on and so forth. I don't know. I mean, this series certainly likes to reveal its hand one by one, so I guess we'll just have to continue to watch on. So, thank you guys for this week. I'll see you guys next time as well. Stay tuned, and bye-bye.